Welcome back to Between the Lines, fueled by Gatorade. Gabe Henderson here alongside voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen, former Vikings linebacker Ben Leber. Tough loss for the Minnesota Vikings today, losing to the Dallas Cowboys 31-28. And Ben, when you have 8 penalties for 80 yards, 2 turnovers that result in 9 points, it's tough to win a game.
Yeah, it really is. And I actually have to give the Cowboys a lot of credit on those turnovers. You know, they got immediate penetration on the sack fumble, and that's just a great defensive play. You know, you get hit with your Kirk Cousins, you get hit and you're going down, and another guy comes in and steals the ball away. It's a hard thing to have ball security like that at times. I know we got to put it on him because he's the one responsible, but you got to give them credit as well. That's a great individual effort. And then the little F angle in which Dalvin gets hit really hard. Another great football play. You know, it's the ball is caught. He got 2 steps down, so it is a completed catch, and they just made a better play. The thing is, our defense has to step up on sudden change. I know it's difficult at times, but sudden change, you have to bow up and not allow the 9 points. We got to take away as well, but it just wasn't enough. And you add up all those penalties as well, put us behind the chains on offense, and you saw the penetration by the defensive line was just too much all game long.
Well, I have an F angle for you, but because kids watch, I'll just ask Ben Leber this. Of all those penalties, we run the first fake punt since week 2, 2017, Quigley trying to find Blake Bell. By the way, Blake Bell now plays for the Cowboys. What went wrong on that fake punt, that beauty to Chris Boyd, Nacho?
Well, it was great. I mean, they recognized that the corner was coming down into the box to bring a rush. And instead of Boyd coming down in protection with him, he decides to stay out there. And he really just should have stayed there because Colquitt was going to see him out there, but he widens out to give himself some more space just in case the corner comes running back, which he did. But in that process of him moving back out, we have a new snapper out there. The timing was all off, and Boyd did not get set up, and that's why the penalty was called.
Coming into this game, the Vikings had not allowed a 100-yard rusher since week 3. The Cowboys didn't have a 100-yard rusher the entire game. PA, Ezekiel Elliott, 21 carries, 103 yards, but I think this game has to be capped off by that Tony Pollard 42-yard touchdown run. Chris Jones looked like he didn't know who to tackle on that play.
Yeah, ain't no way Tony Pollard should get loose for 42. Second-year guy from Memphis. He's talented, but, I mean, the Vikings had not given up a rushing touchdown in more than a month. Now, Zeke was held to 2 yards a carry when we beat them on Sunday Night Football last year. Not the case today. He was very, very difficult to handle. Set things up for Andy Dalton, man, off a bye. You know, I got a lot of respect for Andy Dalton. Think about this. He got slaughtered by John Bostic, had a concussion, chilling out trying to get the concussion better, got bit by COVID. So then now he has the coronavirus and a concussion, can't taste or smell. He tasted victory today, and quite honestly, it smelled for us.
2 of 3 on 4th down conversions today for the Cowboys, and Ben, we just couldn't get off the field.
No, we really couldn't get off the field. And, you know, I guess the game plan going into it was we weren't going to use our safeties as much in this disguise package and this pressure package. We did not bring as much. We only got 1 sack on the day. We did not bring enough pressure. And I'm guessing because we saw so much quick game out of their offense. You know, they do not want to hold on to the football, whether it's Dalton or whoever is in there. And so why waste these guys on some blitzes, because you can give up some big plays on pressure. So that I understand. But the front 4 guys, not enough penetration, couldn't get our hands up to deflect any passes at a big rate. And they really took advantage of our corners. Our corners was jumping all the underneath routes. They're hitting us from behind, putting our safeties in some stress. So they had us on our heels.
Yeah, the QB hits were definitely an area of concern. The Cowboys had given up 16 sacks in the past 5 weeks. We get 1 sack today. But in some positive news, Dalvin Cook, he is the first running back since Adrian Peterson to have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Adrian Peterson did that in 2012 and 2013. Adam Thielen, on the other hand, had 135 yards, which now moves him to 6th place in franchise history with receiving yards for a wide receiver here in Vikings history. And PA, I don't know where we go from here, but your thoughts, where do we go from here?
Shame we lost. Kubiak had that play action set up beautifully to throw all over Dallas the entire game. Adam has 11 touchdowns. He's fantastic. Dalvin, off what Gabe just said, another 100-yard rushing game. Justin Jefferson in a game fellow rookie receiver CeeDee Lamb is in the building. He goes for 86-1. So the Vikings were sitting on some good things. They just couldn't close out. So in this building, too much time for Teddy. He comes to play the Vikings next week with Carolina. Think about that. Ben, you were here December 17th of 2017. The Vikings beat Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals to win the division. But when Teddy Bridgewater walked onto the field, the eruption at US Bank Stadium was playoff noise-esque. It's not going to quite be the same for Teddy with no fans here, but we get Teddy next.
No fans, 2 more home games starting with the Carolina Panthers. Ben, your thoughts on this upcoming week?
Well, obviously, they have to bounce back strong. And I think we talked about the remaining schedule even before this Cowboys game. And we're like, technically they could still drop a game or two as long as they go on another big run. So here we are. We've dropped one of the games. That doesn't mean that all the playoff hope is lost. We have to get right back with Carolina. You know what you're going to get out of Teddy. He's not a big arm guy. It's going to be a lot of the same sort of quick underneath stuff with him. CMC, is he going to be healthy? Is he going to play? That remains to be seen, but he's obviously the guy that you have to stop on their offense.
Well, guys, we couldn't cook the Cowboys today, but next week we get to pound the Panthers. But in the meantime, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy. For former Vikings linebacker Ben Leber, voice of the Vikings Paul Allen, I'm Gabe Henderson. This is Between the Lines, fueled by Gatorade.